Nice of Mother Nature to hold off first until the end of practice today. It was good to get it in outside. Last double session of training camp. I thought the players did a good job today. We'll have one more practice tomorrow, and then really on Wednesday we'll turn our sights a little bit more towards Fresno, some specific scout team periods. Had a great group of letter winners out there at practice today, and that is an awesome thing, I think, for the players in our program to see the support they get from the people who used to wear those uniforms and be in that locker room and on that field and in the training camp. And I know those guys always enjoy coming back for training camp to watch. I'm not so sure they'd want to be back in training camp, but everybody's got good memories of when they were there, and it was a very productive day, I think, for us. And now we'll turn our sights to tomorrow. Questions?
How did Jason said Mondays and Thursdays we can get injury updates for you. Monday, can you update us?
I think what I'll do is I'll put something out on Wednesday morning this week. That way you guys have it, because that's when we're going to start working on Fresno, and then you'll have that, and then we'll give you one again on Monday or Sunday, because that'll be the next time we practice.
At this point, is there anybody you're concerned about for the opener?
I feel good about Coleman. I feel good about Croft. We got them worked back into practice today, so they're definitely moving in the right direction. Is there anybody I'm concerned about? I feel pretty good about the guys that I thought would be back. I didn't think Agadosi would be back. I didn't think Brian Gross would be back. So those are not two that I'm thinking of for the first game. But in terms of the ones we thought would be ready to go, I feel like we'll have everybody we thought we would have.
Kyle, after looking at the video from the scrimmage the other night, what jumped out at you, and how did that show in the 2 deep from practice today?
I think Janarian Grant continues to make plays. Not that it necessarily showed in the depth chart, but I think you see him getting reps. We're certainly trying to work him in and see what he can handle as a true freshman. And he continues to impress. He had a couple nice catches in the red zone period today. Yeah, I think in terms of running backs, certainly Savon is the battle-tested player that we have. But I feel better by the day about P.J. James and Justin Goodwin. I think they've both done a good job. And I'm excited about what they can do for us. At the tight end position, it's good to get Tyler back. Tyler Croft's going to be a big part of what we do here when he's healthy. So I think he's just about there. We'll limit his contact for a couple days, and then by Sunday we're going to have to turn him loose and get him ready for the first game.
Where does Lou Toller stand in that cornerback mix now?
I think we've got 3 corners right now. You think of Garif and Lou and Ian Thomas. I think all 3 of those guys we would be very comfortable with in the game. And then we've got a couple of young guys that are doing a nice job. I think Nadir Barnwell over the last couple of days is coming on and making a case for a role on this team.
When do you think you'll announce a starter at corner?
I don't know that we will announce the starters before Sunday. Sunday we'll probably put something out with the starters for the week.
You made a decision at right guard?
I wouldn't say we've made a final decision at right guard. As of today, Andre is the starting right guard, but I don't think that's a final decision.
Does Coleman need to take contact in practice before you deem him really ready for Fresno?
I think he'll get that, even with the black jersey on. Just incidental contact or whatever you want to call it. But he's played enough football games. I'm not concerned about him being tackled or contacted in practice. He's played enough football that he'll be ready to go.
Kyle, with the health at defensive end, I guess how are Jameel, Asaka, and Miles Jackson all doing?
Well, Miles and Max, I don't think we'll see them in the first game. They haven't practiced in a while. Jamil, I hope he'll be back either tomorrow or the next day.
Quanzel okay?
Quanzell's okay. He won't be full contact just yet, but he'll get there.
What's the R looking like, kind of behind Marcus Thompson?
Well, Marcus Thompson's the R, and behind him is going to be Quanzel Lambert. Behind him is going to be David Maluski.
When you start to go to scout team, who will be Derek Carr? Will it be Laviano?
That's a good question. That's a good question. I think Laviano's a good choice for that. I think you might see a couple guys down there.
Rankin?
And I think you see Rankin down there, and you might see. You could even see one of the other quarterbacks, whether it's Chase or Belia, and just to make sure we give the best possible look that we can. He's an excellent quarterback.
You haven't picked one yet, is what I'm saying.
No, we haven't. We haven't. When we go to scout teams on Wednesday,
okay.
We'll have that discussion tomorrow night.
How's Caleb Johnson doing just throughout training camp?
I think Caleb's getting better. First year playing guard for us. It's been a little bit of a learning experience through the spring and to the start of training camp, but we felt like in the scrimmage he had made some strides.
Kyle, early last year you kind of said you had a 7 or 8 man rotation along your offensive line. What would that look like entering this season?
I don't know if I'm ready to say that just yet. And I think we got a couple more days here to really look at it. My preference is always to play 5. You know, I don't know if that'll be the case this year. You know, it might have to be 6 or 7. But I think when you're where you want to be on the offensive line, you play 5.
What do you still need to evaluate?
I think we're evaluating everybody every day. You know, that never changes. You know, but I don't think it's any secret that we're evaluating the right guard position more so maybe than some of the others.
Well, I'm just looking at, I guess, from either a technique or ability standpoint, or certain things you'd like to see out of those 6 or 7 guys.
Well, to put it in layman's terms, we want to see them block the people they're supposed to block. You know, now all the technical aspects of that, I don't think we need to talk about them here.
Right.
But we certainly need to see the players who are the most productive, who can perform their job on a consistent basis.
Got time for 2 more. Was there enough ice cream?
I think the ice cream truck did a nice job. Will Gilkison and Tim Wheelahan thought that in honor of the last 2 a day, that we would bring a little ice cream out to the boys for the first time this training camp. It was not on our menu until today, and we've yet to get a reaction from the strength coaches, but I know the players enjoyed it. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.